Man, Kamen Rider is one stylish franchise. For over 50 years, Kamen Rider has had some of the most stylish and unique worlds in all of television. But what season of Kamen Rider will reign supreme as the most stylish Kamen Rider season of all time? That's what we're going to find out today. And of course, let me know your picks in the comments. Number 10 is Kamen Rider Faiz. In the time that this show came out, it was extremely cutting edge and stylish. From his sleek early 2000s flip phone that he uses to henshin, to the very attractive black, silver, and red aesthetic of Kamen Rider Faiz's suit. Both Faiz and the other riders in this show all look very dynamic. The Orphanox in this series all look really cool, and I have to say that amongst evil organizations slash villain groups, they're one of the best looking ones. Number 9 is the original Kamen Rider. This show is absolutely classic and iconic, and it is synonymous with 1970s style. From the music and sound effects, to the costumes, and the look of Cyclone. If I was to ask you what a 1970s era superhero should look like, Kamen Rider is the correct answer. And hey, there's no way you're gonna pull off wearing that red scarf unless you have a mountain of swagger and style, which Kamen Rider does. This show set the tone for the franchise. Number 8, Kamen Rider Agito. As I've said before, black and gold is an S-tier color scheme, and Agito just looks pretty slick in general. I really like the transforming aspect of his helmet. When it opens up, you know that something's about to go down. This show also features G3 and Kamen Rider Gills, and these three riders are very different in their aesthetics, and I really like that. Like, these three riders could easily be from separate seasons of Kamen Rider, but they're not. As far as G3, it's really unique to have a police-themed rider that physically puts on his armor instead of fully henching. And yeah, for the most part, it's a welcome change to the formula. But the main reason why this show is here is for Agito himself. I'm just being real, because he looks awesome. Number 7, Kabuto. Boy, do I love Kabuto. The show is really unique in the sense that when they first henshin, they have a bulky, almost tank-like suit of armor over their normal Kamen Rider suit. And it provides them more armor and firepower at the cost of reduced mobility. They then will cast off, meaning they will shoot off the pieces of armor in different directions, which causes damage to enemies nearby, and reveals underneath a more traditional-looking Kamen Rider form. One of the coolest things about this is the ornaments on the helmet will actually animate and transform after the cast off, which is a really nice touch. All the rider suits in this show, by the way, look awesome. Number 6, Kamen Rider W. I love this show. It is a detective-themed show, which is strongly styled after a 1920s era film noir detective story. And this style of filmmaking is probably best known for a detective sitting in a smoky room that's dimly lit, with maybe some jazzy music playing in the background as he looks through case files. Probably doesn't sound like it would fit with a Kamen Rider show very well, but it works. And if there's one detective in particular that would fit that description, it is Sho from Kamen Rider W. He considers himself to be hard-boiled, a real tough detective that's been around the block a few times. And he's extremely dedicated to his job and driven to solve these cases. But he wouldn't get anywhere without his partner Philip, because Philip is the one that looks for clues and finds keywords that ultimately lead to the solving of these cases and the resolution of certain story arcs within the show. Everything in this show is absolutely stylish, from the costumes to the music and even the henshin. Man, I love everything about this show.
ここはゴルゴムのアトリエです。
Number 5 is Kamen Rider Black. Now, if you're used to only watching the newer Kamen Riders, then this one will probably throw you off. It's a lot more mature, dark, and gritty compared to a lot of the other seasons of Kamen Rider. But they didn't just make this series dark for no reason. They had a strong, well-written plot and storyline to anchor this show home and really mold it into something amazing. The most obvious reasons I can give as to why this show is stylish is, first of all, the absolutely timeless looking rider suits of Kamen Rider Black and Shadow Moon. The intense music that really creates an emotional feel within the show, and true stakes for our protagonists in this show that really makes it feel like a legit tragedy. Number 4, Gaim. At first glance, a fruit-themed Kamen Rider might seem strange, especially when you mix it with samurai. Actually, no, that sounds really cool. Anyway, when this show came out, it was at the height of popularity of a game called Fruit Ninja, which you might have heard of. And while they could have taken that concept and reproduced it lazily, they didn't. They put as much effort into the style and look of the show as they possibly could. I mean, hell, when they hinchin, a piece of fruit comes out of a zipper in the sky, lands on their head, and that becomes their armor. If that's not swinging for the fences, then I don't know what is. But with me, anytime you put something samurai themed in your show, I'm probably gonna dig it. Classical Japan is just something that gets me kind of excited in the pants. Number 3, Kamen Rider 01. This is perhaps the most high-tech Kamen Rider season, as this show is all about AI and advancements in technology. Pretty much every rider in this show looks good. My favorites being Horobi and Jin's Burning Falcon form. I would say that this show is the most anime-like of all Kamen Rider seasons. You know, when one rider is kicking the crap out of another rider and they hit their finishing move, I love how the kana flashes on the screen real quick. It's just a nice, constant reminder that I need to practice reading Japanese more. But yeah, everything in this show sizzles, everything is sleek and dynamic looking, and yeah, in general, I would just have to say that this show is eye candy. Number 2, Kamen Rider Geats. So if we're trying to come up with a list for the most stylish rider seasons, then we have to talk about the most stylish rider himself, and that is Yukio Esu. Because this guy is insanely popular around Japan. In fact, everywhere he walks, people scream out his name and follow him around. But you know, if you had lived multiple lifetimes and you were always 3 or 4 steps ahead of everything that happened in life, hell, you'd be pretty confident too. Sometimes Geats' confidence can border on arrogance or conceit, but he cares deeply about the people in his life that are close to him. You know, he's got the cool snap with the kitsune fingers because he is the kitsune. And you know, his forms are some of the nicest looking in all of the Kamen Rider universe. It's honestly hard for me to choose between Boost Mark II and Geats 9 because they both look absolutely incredible. But you know guys, not everybody can make this list, so here's some honorable mentions. And the number 1 most stylish Kamen Rider season, Kamen Rider Kiva. If you like horror movies like I like horror movies, then you'll probably like Kiva. This is a story that's told in 2 time periods simultaneously, making for a really unique and interesting story that you'll definitely want to watch. The main enemy faction of this series are the Fangires, which are vampire-like creatures that seek to consume humanity. Kiva's base form itself looks awesome, considering that it is the heaviest Kamen Rider suit of all time, due to the massive upper body of the suit. But man, Emperor form? Oof, that's on another level. This might be my favorite ultimate. I don't know. I'll make that video someday. But just know, I like it a lot. This show is incredible. It's one of my favorites. But you know, that's just my list. Let me know your picks in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, it would mean a ton to me if you would smack the shit out of that like button. Thanks for watching. I'll check you next time. Bye!